Welcome to the Swing Clinic, presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics. I'm PGA golf professional Jimmy Hanlin.
And I'm Claire Hogle. We are at the beautiful French Lick Resort in Indiana at the Donald Ross course. We've got some fire tips for you. We're gonna shave some strokes, just stay tuned.
Let's hit it. All right, we're kicking off our day here on the 10th hole, the Donald Ross Golf Course. And first and foremost, this has some of the best vistas you'll ever see in the state of Indiana across country. Awesome, huh?
I know, it's just stunning.
Yeah, it absolutely is stunning. I mean, you just look and you can see so much of the golf course from here. Yeah. And this golf course is really fun. The greens are a lot of challenge, and we're gonna get to some of that later in the shows. But right now, we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna hit bombs.
Okay, let's do it.
You gotta learn how to hit bombs. And how to hit bombs, you gotta be able to transfer your weight and be able to just be aggressive. I see so many guys, Claire, with the driver, and they just kind of try to manipulate it. They stop their body.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna do this. So tee this golf ball up right here. It's for you. There's a present for you. Tee it up.
Thank you.
Where are you gonna go?
Right here is good.
Okay, great. Okay. So what I want to do is, and I've actually watched this drill a lot, Brooks Koepka uses this drill a lot to help him in his game. I want you to take the driver back like you would, and I want you to be able to lift your left foot off the ground and hold it there. So get in your stance, take the driver back, lift the left. A little trouble there. We're not getting loaded all the way. Up a little bit.
That's so crazy.
Take it back again. Stop. That's where we want to get, right there. Right, let's do it again. Take it back. Lift the foot just a little. Yeah, we're getting loaded a little bit. Claire's gonna hit it further. All right. Then the next move from there is stamp that foot into the ground. Boom. Let that swing go. And I want the right foot to come up. There you go. That's exactly what I want. That's good. Well, see, we might be getting a little lean in Claire's swing,
Potentially.
Right? If you're somebody that doesn't feel like they load enough into their back foot to just be able to just rip it and fire it, this is a good drill for you right now.
Yeah,
okay?
definitely.
So now, you ready for this? I'm gonna make you hit golf balls with this drill. But before, I want you to do one more practice swing and do them both at the same time. Ready?
Okay.
Back, lift, plant. That was too fast. Hold that back foot a little bit. Back, lift. Good, good, good. Now I want you to hit a golf ball like that. I want you to get that feeling. Got to be able to lift that foot up or you're not getting over. There you go. Good.
Okay. See what I can do.
Oh, we're going to do a little pre-shot routine. We're worried about this. I see the fear in your eyes.
I'm terrified, actually.
Yep. Ooh, little righty.
Went very far right.
So what you're seeing in Claire's golf swing is that we're gonna have to work on throughout this season, it looks like, is that she gets a little tilt in this way and she doesn't get loaded all the way over here. So this is a drill that's gonna help you, right?
Yeah.
This is something, I mean, you seem to master everything that I have. You do know that? Okay. So.
I've known that I could work on,
getting
a fuller backswing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, get it up there, be able to hold it, step down, let that right foot come off the ground. All right, when we come back, we're at the Donald Ross Golf Course here at French Lick. It's an awesome place. We're gonna have awesome tips, and Claire's gonna hit awesome shots. That's how this show works. Hey, welcome back into Swing Clinic here at French Lick Resort, presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics. Claire and I just started the show working on getting loaded up so you could just hit bombs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay?
that was fun.
That was fun. You liked that. You were smiling all the way down to the fairway.
I was, so I had to hit a couple more for some B-roll shots, and I really compressed one of them.
Yeah, felt good, right?
So I'm gonna do that just for fun.
Just to have a good time, and it's gonna make you a better golfer.
And it is gonna help me hit balls.
FYI, right?
Yes.
All right, so the next thing we wanna do is, I don't want you to get too crazy, because sometimes that drill can get you into that motion of maybe sliding that right hip a little bit. So as we work on that, which it's still a great drill, and we wanna do that, now we want to work on something that makes sure that we know what our lower body's doing correctly. So Claire, what I want you to do is, I'm not going to give you a club. I want you to set up over the ball like you're getting ready to hit, okay? I want you to put both of your hands on both of your thighs, just like that, right? So what now we're going to work on is we're going to teach Claire, which she's very good at this, is how to rotate her lower body in the golf swing. So what I want you to do is, as you're going back, your right hand goes up and your left hand goes down towards your knee. There you go, good. And if you see that, she can only do that if she takes her right hip and raises it and she gets in a position. What you'll actually see from here is Claire's right hip almost comes towards me, right? It almost comes this way. It doesn't go that way at all. It almost comes towards me. There you go. Now let's do the downswing and the opposite will happen. And the only way that that can happen is Claire's hip will actually extend upwards and she'll be able to go down. If she just slid forward, it won't move. So do it wrong. If you just slide and you don't rotate, now see, you won't be able to get there's nowhere to pull your hand up, right? So this is a great feeling. So let's do it again. This is how it works. There you go, up and down. So put it on your hand, there, up and down. Good, so she's able to get to that position. That's what you guys need to work on. So again, you could feel that in your golf swing, but at the end of the day, if you don't do it correctly, this is good feedback right here. Right hip goes up, right hip goes down, goes this way. She's really good at it in her golf swing, so it's good to watch it from that position, but this will help you a lot. So putting the two together, what we just did up there, which is loading you and getting you in the right position, but also getting your lower body to work properly, is going to help you tremendously. This is going to help you strike ball first. So if you're somebody that hits behind the golf ball a lot, right, that you're going to be that person that's going this way instead of loading up. So if you never get that crisp sound, that's what it is. When you hit your irons, you always have that sound, right? Because you're good at that pivot.
Some of the time.
But sometimes you get a little bit too much this way, and that's why we struggled up there.
Yeah.
Right? So, and that's what we want to work on with you guys, is finding that happy medium of getting your weight into your right side, but not doing it by sliding, doing it by pivoting, right?
Yep.
What do you think? You like it?
I love it. I want to hit a shot.
So you look very antsy right now.
I'm ready to go.
Just want to hit,
so can I hit the golf ball or not?
Hit the ball. Okay, you can hit. It is good though sometimes, because I could tell, when Claire's thinking about things, she's starting to feel what's happening and what it is, and that makes to make golf exciting for sure.
Yep.
Here we go. Feel like your hands are on your legs. Feel that same motion. You're really good at that. It's good in your position. We've got about 170 yards for Claire, and she's still got to feel like she's compressing that golf ball. Hit golf ball first. Really good. Wow.
Yeah, really good.
Little 4-iron from Claire right there. That was solid.
Yep, absolutely. Wish I could hit my 4-irons like that all the time.
Nice and just clipped off the top. So as a golfer, right, how do you think you mix both of those, right? I mean, what was your feeling of, okay, I've got to make sure I get over, but I don't want to slide? For you, what do you think of? Because you're really good at pivoting.
Yeah, it's definitely marrying the two together. And I think each golfer is maybe better at one or the other, except for maybe the pros that have almost perfect swings. For me, I'm much better at pivoting on the through swing. I could definitely improve my backswing, and I'm definitely learning that on Swing Clinic this season.
For sure.
And I love it. I'm very appreciative of it. So I think for me, it's working on improving that backswing load so that through swing pivot is more effective.
Well, and I think that's for you both. You guys also, they have to identify which one they're not good at and maybe work on that a little bit more, right? Claire's good at pivoting, but maybe not at loading. You guys don't know what you're good at yet, so figure out which that is and do them both, make it work.
Yeah, definitely. And it also improves the swing sequence.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, when you get the two married together perfectly.
100%. All right, we've got more Swing Clinic from beautiful Donald Ross Golf Course here at French Lick Resort. All right, Swing Clinic time here, presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics. And the first advice I have to you is when you come to French Lick Resort, do not hit it long and right on the 11th hole.
Yep, we are short-sighted.
And there's no options here, right? I mean, there's too many people hit the flop shot too many times in too many different positions.
Everybody's in love with it.
Everybody's in love
with it. It's fun. It's fancy.
It is fun.
It's free.
It is free. But the problem right now is that it's our only option.
Exactly.
Right now to keep this on a green. I mean, you can't try to leave it up in the rough here, because if you do,
sticky,
you might have that same shot again.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
If you hit a low shot here, it's gone. So your only shot here is to try to hit the floppers.
Exactly.
So we're going to teach you how to hit the flopper in the right way.
Yeah.
And hopefully pull it off, right?
Yep, exactly.
This isn't a high percentage shot. If you hit 50% of them good, you're probably ahead of the curve right there for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, some things that we got to see. Set up to the golf ball. So many people, when I see them set up to the golf ball for the flop shot, they still want to put hands forward, right? Even though they open the face up, if you see it go to the right, hands are forward.
Yeah.
You have no
Hosels
chance.
Exposed.
Yeah, hosels
Face
exposed.
is pointed to the right.
Yeah. No good, right?
No good.
No good. So first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that our hands stay at best even with the golf ball, maybe even behind if you want to get a little fancy there, okay? That's number one. So number two, and I'm not going to make Claire do this, but some of you could do this and it would help you a lot. I'm going to have you change your grip. And what I want you to do to change your grip is go ahead and set up to it. I'm going to take your right hand off first. I'm going to let you get a little weaker. This is not going to allow me to release the golf club and close the face, right?
Yes.
With a weaker grip, it's harder to close that face because you don't have as much rotation there. So let's weaken that grip. Also weaken the right hand, so get it over top a little bit more. There you go. Now again, I'm not gonna make you do it, but this will help you guys, especially if you have a hard time, you know, pulling this off. Okay?
Yeah, the release there, it's just gonna slip right under with this release here.
With that, that's exactly right.
Yes.
Number 3, Jason Day, one of the greatest short game players in the history of the game, right? Get down, right? Knees flexed, stay flexed the whole time.
Exactly.
Get into your setup. Do not stay straight up, you know, don't get too, you know, up and down with your leg. There you go. And when you take your little swing, take it back, knees stay flexed. Go ahead down through, knees stay flexed. Probably the most important thing I'm telling you about this shot right now is right here. Knees stay flexed the whole time.
Yeah,
really,
the worst thing
really
you can
important.
do is come out of this flop shot.
Dead. I mean, that ball's gonna be on that green down there.
Scold it,
Done.
Into the water.
Okay. Last thing that you need to understand to hit this flop shot is, go ahead and set up, Claire, is at some point, when Claire gets to the bottom of her golf swing, the club head is going to pass the hands. This is the only shot this is ever gonna happen in golf, okay? The only shot. Club head is going to pass the hands so Claire can pass it underneath the golf ball and let it shoot up as high as it can, okay? So a lot of points there, right? I mean, maybe our editor Lee can like write them down for you here because there's a lot of stuff to go for. One is, you know, we have to get in a position with the club face open and the hands back. 2, the knees gotta stay down there, they gotta stay flexed. You can change your grip if you want to, you don't have to. I think it's a good idea to change your grip, and you have to let the hands pass the club head, right? Speed, speed, speed. Just like we talked about a couple episodes ago, you must keep turning through this shot. You can't stop. If you stop, dead.
Exactly.
Keep rotating. So can you remember all that? I just put a lot. This is a lot, but that's why it's such a hard shot, right?
Yeah,
if you don't do it all, you're done.
It's different. It's very different from just a normal golf swing.
Yep.
It's
manufactured. And this shot that we've given Claire is literally impossible. I'm not kidding you. Like, it's, if she keeps this on the green, it's a phenomenal shot because the greens are firm, we're out of the rough, it's going away from us, but it's really your only option. Exactly. I don't even know what else to tell you guys to do. I mean, unless you just hit it down there and just try it for a 50-footer.
Yep.
So pull off the impossible, Claire.
You just gotta be bold.
A lot of steps to this.
Yep. Keep the
Hands
speed up.
back, keep the speed up. She changed her grip a little, her knees down. Stay flexed. Knees stay flexed through the whole time. Get low. Oh, is that good? Oh my gosh, is that good? That's as good as you could do. No matter where that ball stops right there, that's as good as you could do.
Yeah, execution was good. Outcome is what it's gonna be here.
I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, we were just trying to show you guys that this is the shots that you have to try to hit at this point right here.
Exactly, yep.
But that was amazing. So again, that's why you don't try to pull this shot off too many times in a round of golf or maybe even in a week. But if you have to do it, go to those fundamentals, try to pull it off, and hopefully disaster doesn't happen.
And I'd say get to the practice green and work on it.
Yeah.
Going out to the course and just expecting to hit a shot that you never practice well under pressure is, you know, unreasonable.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So again, my number one thing, knees flexed. I think knees flexed, staying flexed will help you. All right, let's go try some easier stuff. This is too hard, huh?
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll be back right here at French Lick Resort on the Swing Clinic, presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics.
Welcome back to Swing Clinic, presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics. We are out here at the beautiful French Lick Resort at the Donald Ross course, and we're going to talk about compression.
Compression, hitting good shots on these hard par threes that they have here on the Ross golf course. So you were asking me earlier off camera, asking me about compression, how you compress the golf ball. You even felt it with a driver earlier, the tip that we did earlier,
right? That smush on the face.
Yeah, for sure. So what we want to do is, crazy enough, and you'd never think this, right? The path of your golf club actually controls and makes it whether you can compress it or not, right?
Absolutely.
And so what we see with normal golfers and with you guys out there is, and you can set up to this, I've kind of set these sticks up for everybody to see. So what we normally see is Claire will take her backswing, right? And she'll get in her backswing position. Everybody doesn't want to come over the top. They don't want to, they don't want to slice it. So they're going to swing on this path from the inside, which is great, right? We're in a good position right here. But what they normally do from here is, Claire, is they sling it out here like this, right? And they get their arms extended out here like this. And you cannot compress the golf ball with that when that happens. Look, when you get this way, you get to here, that's not compressing the golf ball right there, right? I mean, there's no way to do that because compressing the golf ball is smashing it into the ground, right? Face is open, you're doing that. So it's not going to work. So what a lot of people do is exactly what you're trying to show right there. Try to get their hands more forward, so they try to compress it.
And the path
ball starts out right, the path gets worse, right? And it's really no good. So what we have to do is we want to feel, go ahead, take it to the top. You swing from the inside. Claire's left hip will clear. That allows her to come this way, where her hand stays closer to her body. They stay closer and they go in this direction. So we're swinging in to in this way. So just make a practice swing and feel that. To in.
And like the first tip on that 4-iron earlier, in order to get this hand path coming on the inside here and on the inside through here, is you got to get these hips open. So open on the backswing, open on the through swing, and then they can follow this path that leads to compression.
And our cameraman Brian Franey, I gave him this tip about 3 weeks ago, and he just keeps texting me, man, this really works, this really works. And the reason is because he used to sling it out, right? He would sling it out and hold on to it, and he could never figure out why can't I get it started on the right line? Why can't I finish? Well, it's because he never completed the circle. Hit a ball just using this right now, completing the circle. Good. Good. You finished your rotation. You're in a good position right there. Really good. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to give you another drill to complete that, right? To give you that feeling, because some people just can't get that feeling. Again, we're talking about Brian. He had a hard time getting that feeling, so I'm going to give you that feeling. So what I want you to do now is set up to the golf ball, right? Like you normally would. I want you to take it back, and I literally want you, once you get the ball club to the top, I literally want you to take your left foot and just step backwards to give you room to go. Yes, to give you room.
It's all about getting the room.
Feel that room, right? You're good because you can clear your hips and you're okay to do that. A lot of people struggle clearing to get there. So I don't even care if you miss it, right? I don't care if you shank it. I just want you to get that feeling of clearing that left hip and getting. This is a great drill if you're having a hard time feeling that club go back to the left right here.
All right, you want me to step in the middle of the swing?
Step right in the middle of the swing, just like Scotty Scheffler, you know, his leg. Again, sometimes, you know, even Scotty Scheffler, great player in the world, he kind of like, his foot kind of does this, right? It's because it's giving room, right? It's giving him room to get there. So just give yourself room. Doesn't have to be a big step, just enough to feel yourself have a little room there so you can feel what it feels like. Perfect. Look where you ended up. Your foot's back there, right? So that was really good. Again, you don't struggle with that, but a lot of you guys do. So again, great drill. Just take it to the top. On the way down, feel your left foot step out to give yourself some room to finish the circle to the left. It's a really important part of the golf swing. It's hard. You know, it's hard to get that feeling.
Clearing those hips.
And it's hard to do, especially for guys that get a little older and ladies get a little older to get into their 40s and 50s, and they're not as flexible to get that left hip out of the way. So if you do that drill, it can give you that feeling a little bit. All right, we're going to hang a little more at French Lick Resort. We're going to keep helping your golf swing right here on the Swing Clinic, presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics. All right, we're gonna finish this swing clinic by debunking a horrible myth in the game of golf, all right? Set up to it, we're gonna talk about path and how you take the club away, okay? So when you take the golf club away, everybody always says, oh, I gotta take it back straight. You gotta get it back straight. We're gonna make this big figure eight or whatever you're telling yourself, I don't know. But and what that typically does is when you get the golf club going back, and we're gonna let Claire show you her old golf swing, is you lose all your connection. Sometimes it'll go here, sometimes it'll go here, sometimes it'll go here. You never know because you're controlling it with your hands and not your big muscles.
It's in no man's land out here.
You never know, right? It's all controlled by,
not connected to the court or anything.
That's exactly right. Ben Hogan swings the club, and I'm going to talk a little bit about his golf swing and what greatest player that ever lived. If you don't want to swing like him, then go ahead and just hit it in this water every hole. I don't care. But at the end of the day, talk about how you changed your golf swing to get away from this.
Yeah, so I actually have history with this myth, this folklore. And a lot of it is because of those alignment rods that we put down. We're told we got to take it along the alignment rod.
100%.
And my old golf swing, my hips would open really early, my hands would go out. I'd have just complete disconnection. There's no connection between the core and the hands. So it was out here, super high hands, vertical, and really no leverage, no power from here.
Stay there. So what you'll see is no connection with her forearm to her body. right? She's got just her arms are away from her body right here. So, and that's what I watched the video with Gary Player, and he's going like this between the arm and the hand, right? Because you can, if there's space there, there's trouble there, right?
Yep.
So what I want you guys to do, and what I want you to feel is go ahead and set up, and this is what Claire does in her swing now, is you feel a little connection with your arm to your body. And when she takes it away, watch how that club stays closer to her body and works to the inside a little bit, right?
Yep.
So this right here is what's controlling your path on the way back, and it's very, very important.
Yep.
How's that feel to you when you do that?
Feels good. It feels really connected. It feels like the power that I'm generating with the load here can actually be unloaded with consistency onto the golf ball.
Yep. All right, so power from here is going to allow you to take it back a little bit inside and swing it on the right path. You're not going to be disconnected. Let one rip. Send it home.
All right, go to your home ball.
Oh, in to in, good path, good stuff, good stuff. What's that feeling for you when you stay connected?
Super connected, like you just said.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the arms are just connected to the core. You're loading with the hips, the shoulders. The arms aren't getting terribly far away where lots of crazy things can happen out here.
For sure.
And then you just unload on it.
Yep, let it
It's
fly.
really cool.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yep.
All right, folks, we want to thank French Lick Resort. It's been an amazing place. Brendan Sweety's treated us so great here. Lori, the head golf professional here at the Ross Golf Course. She's as nice as a human being as you'll ever meet. The crew's great. I think of Larry Bird when I think of French Lick. Now I think of French Lick Resort.
I know.
One of my favorite places on earth.
Gotta come back.
Pretty awesome place, that. All right, so, and we also want to thank all of you for watching us this week on the Swing Clinic, and that was presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics.